So, I know I'm a whole 2 days late. Oh, man, I'm so slow. But since the official Pokemon channel decides to only publish interesting videos about Pokemon Sword and Shield when I'm having my break between streams, well, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit slow sometimes. Sorry, but I did want to react to this because people like my reaction. So let's take a watch of this. A new team and new rivals of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay. So we're doing Galarian form, so it's... Alright. So just like Alola. I mean... Alright, that's a weird wheezing. I like Zigzagoon, so I'm okay with more Zigzagoons. And because people don't shut up, I already know that it now gets a third form, which is interesting. I guess I don't think there's any cases in Alolan Pokemon where they got a new form out of it. Obstagoon, huh? Okay. He's almost certainly going to be used by the bad team leader in this game, isn't he? He kind of just looks it. Alright, Hamster, again. More Pecco. I would say we have too many rodents, but I don't know. Oh, angry version. I see. Hangry. Hangry. Gotcha. Well, that is very hamsterish of it, I suppose. I'm maybe a little bit tired of new rodent Pokemon. Like, we have enough. At this point. But, you know. Marnie, huh? Ah. What the hell is what the hell is this get up? Team Yell? Well, I guess that makes sense with the whole sports theme. So essentially the evil team, are they representations of those shitty sports fans at, like, football games and stuff that, like, punch the other team? Is that basically the evil team we have going on? I'm kind of amused by that, admittedly. Alright, so, interesting. Okay developments. Okay new video. Again, I don't think the hamster's design is bad. I do like the hangry thing. I just feel like there's... we already had a hamster, didn't we? Fucking... Dedenne. Right? You know... At least this one doesn't seem to be an electric type for once. Lord knows we have enough electric rodent Pokemon. But as far as Zigzagoon's family gain, so okay, Alolan forms, I guess they're okay. Like, I warmed up to Vulpix and Ninetales Alolan after a while, and I was always okay with the Rattata one. I'm not sure. I guess the forms are alright, but I have the same opinion of regional forms as I do with Mega Evolutions. That's nice, but I'd rather just a completely new Pokemon rather than this form thing. Like, that's always my opinion with these sort of things. Like, these forms are nice, but I'd rather just more new Pokemon exist rather than the effort being put into a new form for an existing Pokemon. You know? But, yeah. But I don't mind the Zigzagoon forms and stuff. Again, the form changes are fine. Just hope there's a good deal of new Pokemon that aren't just more rodents. But Farfetch'd getting an evolution would be quite nice. Farfetch'd getting any sort of love would be quite nice. Because Farfetch'd never gets enough love. I'm glad I'm writing him into a Pokemon story I'm doing, actually. It's been fun writing a Farfetch'd in. And Hyper is still obstinate as always. Thank you, Hyper. Thank you for re-expressing that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so the wheezing, right? So, just I don't know about this. I get it. This region's kind of right. This region's basically Britain, right? So, I get it. Sort of. It's a cute mix of top hat plus smokestacks. I get it. But this is just kind of a good example of I don't really feel like we need new forms for pre-existing Pokemon, and I feel like I can use this Weezing as a decent example at this point. Was this necessary? This is about as necessary as a Alolan Executor. I mean... Hello? What's up, Tubby? Are you phone guy from Five Nights at Freddy's? Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really big on forms. I'm not really against them. I just hope that doesn't hurt the new roster of Pokemon. Much prefer just brand new Pokemon or new evolutions off of existing Pokemon. That's always cool too. That you don't see that very much these days. You notice that? Like, I can think of back in the day, like Politoed. Politoed, when I heard about Politoed, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. like baby forms, like Igglybuff and stuff. Like that's neat. I like that. Oh, Pichu, But you don't see that very often. You don't see new forms being added for Pokemon without forms or without mini forms. That doesn't happen much these days, as far as I can tell. Instead, now the focus is, hey, let's have a regional form, which it's okay. Again, the Zigzagoon is very unusual. I kind of like its design, though. I have a soft spot for Zigzags. Lanoon I'm less interested in, but I do, again, like it. Kind of an evil look, kind of snarky. As far as this evolution, but speaking of that, though, on the subject of new Pokemon getting new evolutions, this is weird. Obstagoon is a combination of a pre-existing Pokemon getting a regional form, plus them also getting a new evolution. I'm assuming that this means that normal Zigzagoon and normal Lanoon do not get an evolved form beyond a Lanoon, basically. I think normal Lanoon won't have a proxy, probably. It's probably only for Galarian Lanoon. Which, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, since the Galarian Lanoon and Zigzagoon are clearly a little more wicked. You can tell from their look. But, so I guess that makes sense. As for this third evolution, what are people's opinion of Obstagoon? First off, that name is kind of dumb. I mean, it's good that you stay with the Goon part. And I do realize, actually, they've kind of taken the Goon aspect with the Galarian forms and made them more Goon-like. More like evil Goons. Obsta, though, I don't know about the Obsta. I get it, though. He's crossing his arms. He's acting as an obstacle, sort of. But it seems like a very random choice of word for a name. I feel like you could totally go of, like, Wolvagoon or something. Based on Wolverine or something. And that would work better. But... because he kind of gets that viciousness of at this point that it kind of looks like a Wolverine a little bit. What's this? Everyone seems to want to be bored by him. I mean, yeah, okay, I could see the furry potential out of this, but aside from that, Kiss references and such. Oh, well, he does kind of have the star eye thing, right? I kind of get the Kiss the reference now. With the especially with the previous forms, but he's okay. I don't mind him. It's just kind of a weird name for me, anyways. But yeah, it's all right. Kind of weird to have a regional specific evolution, though. That's different. I guess I don't mind it though. Anyways, yeah. I mean. A form-changing Pokemon discovered in Galar. Is that really newsworthy? We have tons of form-changing Pokemon at this point, but okay. I guess we now have to have every generation has to have some sort of form-changing Pokemon going on, I guess. I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't mind changing forms. It's just... Again, we had a fucking hamster already. I think the main problem I have with the rodent Pokemon is not the fact there's a lot of rodent Pokemon. It's the fact that Nintendo, and I guess Game Freak in this case, can't get away from the fact that, oh, if we're making a rodent Pokemon, it must somehow resemble Pikachu, because Pikachu is the mascot and the most popular Pokemon. So we gotta have the rodent Pokemon somewhat resemble Pikachu. Gotta give it those cheeks. Gotta give it the kind of the eyes. Kind of gotta give it the doughy body style. You can't. It's like they can't branch out with any rodentine Pokemon they make, because it's always got to have some sort of Pikachu-like detail. Usually the cheeks. I'm so tired of the cheeks thing. I'm tired of the cheeks. Let's have a rodent without circular cheeks for once. Just, you know, it's okay to have more rodents, but can we have them be more original? We don't have to just base everything on the most popular Pokemon. Because if you think about every single rodent Pokemon, can you point out one that does not have this cheeks? The only example I could think of is, I think Plushie and Mayan have plus and minus symbols for their cheeks. So that's at least somewhat different, even though they do look an awful lot like Pikachu all the same. But, yeah, this feels very... That's a good word, actually, Hyper. I know you have a huge problem with the games. I don't completely agree with all your problems with the game, admittedly, Hyper. But I will say that the rodent Pokemon always feel so fucking focus-tested. Again, focus-tested to look like Pikachu so they get popular. Because, oh gosh, look how cute that is. It reminds me of Pikachu, so it's cute. It's so safe. It's so focus-tested. It's what demographics would like. And I don't like that. That's lame. Get that out of here, you know? The Hangry form is cool. Again, I would be okay with this Pokemon if it wasn't the whole ape Pikachu in appearance thing again. I mean, we did already have a hamster, so I would judge that still. But if it had an original design, I'd be like, it's another hamster, but at least it looks different, you know? As for the compete with new rivals, there was almost no information here. So we had Angry Grandmother. I don't know who she is. Bede, right? So she's a rival? That's interesting, because most rivals are usually around your age in the games. Your character's age, so... I kind of wonder, why is a young man / woman / kid rivals with a grandmother exactly? What exactly happened here? Did you disapprove of her sugar cookies and she is holding that as a long-reaching grudge? She baked you cookies and you did not approve. Now, Grandma's gonna knock your bitch ass out. I don't know. And then Marnie here, she looks cool, actually. Don't mind her design at all. I mean, I don't mind Grandma. Grandma's cool. I'm down for a Grandma rival. I'm just... but I like her. She's got kind of a goth thing going. I like the design, though. I don't feel like it's stupid or anything. It just feels gothy, and I dig gothy, if it's not overdone. I'm kind of curious what her story is. But these guys though, I don't know, man. I mean, this evil team is absolutely bad sports fans put into an evil Pokemon team, like real life bad sports fans. I assume most of you have looked up or have heard at some point of people punching each other's lights out or literally stabbing each other, like rival team, like stabbing the other team fans. Fans can be ridiculous, so this kind of makes sense, but it's also a very silly concept for an evil Pokemon team. It's silly, but I'll go with it. I'm kind of curious what they'll do with it. I'm just kind of wondering, how can I take these guys that seriously, though? I have to wonder what they'll end up doing. I guess we'll find out, because I have pre-ordered this, and I will be playing it on the day it releases, and onward on stream, so, honestly, I don't know if Sword and Shield will be great or not. Hyper is super critical of it. A lot of people are super critical of it. A lot of people don't like the whole Dex situation. Dex situation doesn't bother me. Just gonna throw that out there. That does not personally bother me. What bothers me is just everything else, and I'm concerned about them getting things polished up and looking good, and everything just being good, I guess. I don't know. The Dex does not itself make a good or bad game, I feel. But there's a lot of other things that can make or break this game. So we'll see how it comes out, because I'm going to be playing it live and stuff, you know, when it comes out. So we will see together. Team Skull was great. Team Skull was a little bit hard to take seriously with them throwing gangster signs and stuff. But since they weren't the main threat, and since Guzma's kind of awesome, I like Team Skull. I never actually played Sun and Moon, but Team Skull's cool. Team Skull, neat. If these guys are... Maybe, yeah. We'll see what these guys do. But, I guess that's about it. I do have to say, though, So they're Marnie's Wild fans, so I guess she's popular for some reason. I guess she's evil then? Is she evil? Is she the leader of the team? I guess she's the leader of the team. Maybe? Or maybe these are just evil fans of hers and she's not evil? I don't know. But she must be a big deal. I wonder what her deal is. She's gonna be a rock star. She kind of does look like a rock star. She's kind of remind me of that one... Remember that one gym leader chick from Black and White 2? There was a rock star gym leader. She was kind of neat. It kind of reminds me of that. Maybe I'll play Sun and Moon at some point. I don't know. But Team Yell is a really dumb name. Let's be honest here. Granted, they're probably very loud, so sure. But, yeah, I'm not sure, because with this reaction here, okay, this is kind of, okay, I'm going to say this right now. I get that it's kind of tradition to have the evil teams have a male and a female model, and that's kind of just used. This one snapshot right here looks really lazy, though, because, I mean, look at the two male characters with the exact same pose and model. This doesn't... It's a little bit lame for a Switch game, is all I'm saying. Technically, the girls too, but yeah, it feels a little lazy. Hopefully, they polish this up or giving them the different pairs unique animations would be enough. I don't mind the same models so much, but don't make them do the exact same thing. Come on. But yeah, I don't know if she's evil or not. I'm kind of curious about that. We'll see, I guess. So, releasing worldwide... So, they haven't changed the release date. I actually expect the release date to be pushed back at some point if they know what's good for them. I feel like they need a little more time to cook this. And I would not mind if they delayed it. But we'll see what happens, I guess. I mean, I'm ready to pick up my pre-order on November 15th if that's when they release, so... Archaic Leftover. Oh yeah, I feel like the main series has had trouble growing, trouble advancing. That's why it stuck to the handhelds as long as it did. Again, I kind of feel like Game Freak got pushed out of the comfort zone by being forced to develop for a console. But we'll just see how it all goes, I guess. Again, I'm keeping an open mind, though. I have thoughts about the whole game coming out, and I have thoughts about the situation. I'm not automatically praising it, nor am I automatically condemning it. I'm guarded, but wanting to see what it does. So, regardless if it's good or bad, I will probably enjoy the experience because I'm weird. But that's just me. I like flawed experiences as well as good ones. Just for different reasons. I like to pick things out. And I like to figure out how something could have been done better. As sort of a game developer myself, I just find this stuff interesting. But anyways, that was my reaction to the new little update. If Pokemon Sword and Shield get further little update videos, I will react to those too. So you guys keep me informed if more come out, and I'll try to get to them very quickly. But yes, that was my reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still getting used to this whole reaction thing, so yay!